So Season 3 of Multiversus has recently dropped, giving us up to 2 new fighters this season, that being the Powerpuff Girls and Nubaya, which I hope I said her name right. If I didn't, please let me know down in the comments below. But for today's video, I'm going to be going over the kit of the Powerpuff Girls, giving my opinion about them, and at the end giving them a rating from 1 to 10. So that all the way, let's take a look at the Powerpuff Girls in Multiversus. So the main thing of the Powerpuff Girls, or the gimmick you could say, is their leadership. Now when you down special, you'll swap between the girls, that being Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. And if you aren't aware at all about the Powerpuff Girls, Blossom is the pink one, Bubbles is the blue one, and Buttercup is the green one. I'm only mentioning this since whenever I'm going to be explaining their abilities, I'm going to be saying them by their names, just because their specials all have unique effects depending on who your leader is. In order to swap between the girls, all you gotta do is down special. And if you use the down special in the air, you'll have one the Powerpuff Girls swap and uppercut the opponent. For the neutral special, if you have Blossom as your team leader, she'll use her Ice Breath in a somewhat 45-degree angle upwards and will apply ice stacks. If Bubbles is your leader, she'll do a short-range screech attack that will stun your opponent. And if Buttercup is your leader, she'll shoot a laser that damages your opponent and breaks armor. Next is the side special, and if Blossom is your team leader, she'll have Buttercup damage the opponent and throw the opponent downwards. If Bubbles is your team leader, she'll have Blossom throw the opponent up towards you. And if Buttercup is your team leader, she'll have Bubbles throw the opponent upwards. My favorite out of the threes is definitely gotta be Bubbles, since it's easy to set up a little combo having the opponent thrown towards you, but also using Blossom's side special is also pretty useful to throw your opponent more downwards off the map. The last move that is effective based on your leader is their up special. If Bubbles is your team leader, she'll go up way higher compared to the other girls, but will deal the less knockback. But if you have Buttercup as your team leader, she'll deal the most knockback compared to the other girls, however she goes up the shortest distance. And if Blossom is your team leader, she's the balance in between, doesn't go up the highest, but doesn't have the most knockback. Now this gimmick affects one more thing, and that is your passive. If Bubbles is your team leader, she is the fastest compared to the other girls, but once again, she deals the least amount of knockback. But if Buttercup is your team leader, she does the most amount of knockback, but she's the slowest compared to the other girls, and Blossom once again is the balance between the two. Next, let's move on to their attacks. The neutral attack is just a slide kick that all the Powerpuff Girls will perform, and if you use this move in the air, all the girls will hold hands and spin around to damage the opponent. Next is your side attack, which is a basic combo most characters do in Multiversus. However, if you use this move in the air, all the girls will hold on to each other and attack in something like a whip. Now if you hold side special, all the girls will spin forward, damaging your opponent. Your up attack will have one of the girls uppercut your opponent upwards before the other girls trap them in somewhat of a vortex before sending them flying. Your down attack will have one of the Powerpuff Girls slam the phone down, and the two other go left and right and coming back, damaging all opponents that are caught in their way. And if you use this move in the air, the Powerpuff Girls will instead all kick down. So with all their kit out of the way, how do I feel about the Powerpuff Girls in Multiversus? Well, I do gotta say, I really like them a lot. For me, they're kind of a mix of a simple yet complex character. I love the fact you can swap between the girls depending on how you want to approach things is fun, but I will definitely say the whole swapping between characters definitely makes me want a certain character added into the game. Like if you just want to have more speed or even more recovery, Bubbles is definitely a good option, or if you just want to go for just pure power, you go for Buttercup. But if you also want a decent balance between the two, Blossom is there for you to swap to. Unfortunately though, they're locked behind the battle pass, and since I'm definitely not a big Multiversus player, I don't really log on this game daily, maybe a couple times a week, I probably won't be getting them until this season ends. That being said though, the Powerpuff Girls for me get an easy 9 out of 10. Not gonna be one of my mains, however, I definitely will be playing a couple of games of them once Season 4 drops. But what do you think about the Powerpuff Girls? Do you like them or do you not like them? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you are interested in the future, I'll definitely be doing a review for Nubaya. But that's for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If so, hit that like button, new to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button definitely appreciate it. I'll see you next one. Peace out and have a good one.